In the previous video, I discussed solving systems of two linear equations. And during the discussions, I did several examples. So in this video, I will solve two more word problems. And of course, the solutions involve systems of linear equations. So let's start. So for this problem, there are 8,173 students in a college such that the number of girls is 421 more than the number of boys. How many of each are there? So let us start with the variables. Let's say we let G, this is the number of girls in the college. And then let B be the number of boys in the college. Okay. Then, um, oh, my font is too big. Let me just resize this. So it is said that if you added the two, so G plus B, you have a total of 8,173. So that's the total number of students in the college. So then we have G plus B. This is equal to 8,173. And also, it is said that the number of girls is 421 more than the number of boys. So usually students um, get confused on how to translate the statements similar to this to mathematical statements. Um, Listen carefully. You have here, so the number of girls, which we already set as G. The word is here, that will represent your equal sign. Okay, so number of girls is. So that is there will represent the equal sign. Okay, and then we have 421 more than the number of boys. Right? So you have the number of boys, and then there are 421 more. Okay? So the number of girls is 421 more than the number of boys. So B plus 421. Okay? And then you now have these two data or two information. All we need to do now is to solve for the variables G and B. Okay? But in here, as you can see, we have written G in terms of B already. Okay? Which means that I hope you will realize that the quickest method is to do substitution because you have already written one of the variables in terms of the other. So in here, say you have this as equation 1, you have this as equation 2, and then substituting 2, okay? Substituting equation 2 into equation 1, we will have, so B plus 421 plus B, this is equal to 8173. And then we just solve for B. We have 2B. This is equal to 8173. And then in here, we bring it to the other side of the equation. So we have minus 421. So subtracting, we will get So 8173 minus 421, we will get 7,752. And therefore, B will be equal to 3,876. Okay? So this means that we now have the B, we can solve for G. Okay? So substituting B equals 3,876. So substituting B equals 3,876 into equation 2. So we can just equation 2 because it's already, the G is already isolated. It's written in terms of B. Okay. So we will have G equals 3,876 plus 421. Okay. And this will be equal to 4,297. Therefore, we now have the values, assuming the arithmetic methods here or arithmetic calculations here are correct, then we can now write the conclusion. So therefore, there are 4,297 girls and 3,876 boys in the college. And that completes the solution for this problem. Let's now go to the last problem here. A computer online service charges one hourly rate for regular use and a higher hourly rate for premium services. If a customer is charged $14 for 19 hours of regular use and 12 hours of premium use, and another customer is charged $13.50 for 6 hours of regular use and 3 hours of premium use, how much is the service charge per hour for regular and premium services? Okay, so let us solve this. Let X be the cost of regular use. So X be the cost of regular use per hour. And then we let Y be the cost of premium use per hour. Okay. And then for customer 1, let us write the information. For customer 1, the customer was charged $14, 9 hours of regular use. So we have 9 hours times X plus 2 hours of premium use. So 2 hours times Y, this is equal to $14. And then for the second customer, we have 6 hours of regular use. So 6 hours of regular use, so that's 6x, plus 3 hours of premium use. So this is 3y. And total charge is $13.50. So this is 1350. Okay. So we use these two equations here to solve for the regular and premium usage, or the cost of regular or premium usage per hour. Okay. So we can do elimination. We can do elimination here. We can multiply one of the equations here, say C1. So we multiply C1 by, okay, so multiplying C1 by 3 and C2 by 2. Okay. So we chose these three numbers so that the variable y will have the same coefficients. So if I multiply C1 by 3, let me label that as C1 prime here. We will have 27x plus 6y. This is equal to 42, correct? So 9x times 3, that's 27x, plus 2y times 3, that's 6y. 14 times 3, that's 42. And then the second equation, or the second, the second equation here, let me label that as C2 prime. We multiply the equation by 2. So we will have here 12x. And then here we have plus 6y. And then 1350 times 2, that's 27. Okay. And then notice that the variable y, they have the same coefficient, and they are both positive. So we can just subtract C1 prime minus C2 prime. And then we will be able to eliminate the variable y. So we have C1 prime minus C2 prime. Let me write the equations. We have 27x plus 6y. This is equal to 42. And then minus quantity. We have 12x plus 6y. This is equal to minus 27. So if we do this, we have 27x minus 12y, that's just 15x. And in here, you have 6y minus 6y, that's 0. And this is equal to 42 minus 27. This is also 15. Which means that Rx, this is just equal to 1. Okay? And now, we have the value for x. We can use either C1 or C2. I'll just use C1. Okay? So substituting x equals 1 on equation C1, we'll get, so 9 times 1 plus 2y, this is equal to 14, or we have 2y, this is equal to 14 minus 9, and 14 minus 9, this is equal to 5. Which means that y, this is $5 divided by 2, this is $2.50. Okay? So we have x equals 1, and then y equals 250. So let's just write the conclusion. Okay? So in here, therefore, regular use costs $1 per hour. So $1 per hour. Per hour, while the premium use, so while the premium service costs um, $2.50. Okay, so that is our conclusion.